Last year, we kicked off an initiative, something new at the Crown Council in the effort to our mission to create a culture of success in your practice. That was in the form of a new online software called Culture Builder. Many of you in this room have already started using Culture Builder. It is a way to do both an organizational assessment to give you feedback on what's really going on in your culture, as well as to complete the qualified member requirement to do a 360-degree evaluation on the team at least once a year. Wanted to give you a quick update on Culture Builder and what's going on there, as well as something new that we're doing this year that I know you'll want to be involved in. So we'll throw these slides up on the screen here. Very good. So this is, many of you are familiar with the Culture Builder website. It's accessible through crowncouncil.org. And with the help of the Culture Builder team, you can set up your entire team in this database, which allows you to do an anonymous organizational assessment on a regular basis. We recommend doing it at least twice a year, as well as your 360 evaluation based on your culture guide and the type of culture you're trying to create in your practice. In case you missed it, one of the things that Andy highlighted, which is a way to compete in a place that your competition doesn't even know there is a competition going on, is your culture. The environment that you create in your practice in which your patients enter every day. And this is one way to help measure and manage and improve that culture on a regular basis. So the whole objective of Culture Builder is to reinforce our mission of continuous improvement in an area that to date has been very difficult to measure quantitatively, and it allows you to do that, as well as to improve the communication in areas that sometimes are difficult to communicate. It enables you to see your entire team's strengths and weaknesses, your culture's strengths and weaknesses, makes the 360-degree evaluation process a lot easier and totally anonymous, and then helps you identify some specific areas to improve. It is the only tool that we know of that's available in dentistry that actively measures and helps you improve your culture. So we've had great experience this last year as we've started implementing this in Crown Council practices all over the country. This is from Dr. Brian Adams, who said, "Culture Builder is nothing short of amazing. We've always had a profit and loss statement to assess our financial health, but we've never had a tool to assess the practice and that part of our practice." Here's another one from Kim McCready. She said, "The information we've gleaned from our team via the Culture Builder assessments is invaluable. It's provided the direction we need to address team concerns and celebrate our wins." And then finally from Dr. Chad Boger, he said, I logged into Culture Builder today to show another dentist how amazing this tool is. Chad has a posse of dentists that he is closely tied with in Minnesota and has helped all of them get on board with this as well. So as we've gone through this process, one of the things that we did not anticipate that has been the biggest request is apparently all of you want to know how much better you are than each other. Everybody wants to know how their culture compares to other practices in the Crown Council. We didn't think that would be a thing, but apparently it's a thing because we get requests for that on a regular basis. So to that end, the Culture Builder team is conducting an industry-wide culture study. This is the first time this has ever been done in dentistry that we know of, where we've had an in-depth study of office culture and how they differ and how different practices rank and how all that is created in dentistry. So many of you have already signed up to be a part of that study. If you haven't, let me explain just a little bit what it is. What will come out of this is an entire special report based on this study that will help everyone understand what's really going on in dental offices to help build cultures of success And then it'll also give you specific data if you participated in the study on how you compare to everyone else who participated in the study. So you can see how good you really are. So you'll see a profile of some of the most successful practices. You can compare all kinds of different things in your practice compared to those that participated in the study. So this will span practices from all over the country that will participate in the study. So there are everything from culture to communication to organization, operational effectiveness, leadership effectiveness. This is going to be a kind of a dentistry gets naked, and we're going to see what's really going on from a culture standpoint. Never been done before. So here's a sample question that will be part of that survey. And part of what happens here is the entire team will be involved in this study. So the entire team will have the opportunity to respond to these questions so that we get the truth. If we just surveyed the dentists, it would be totally bogus because we know dentists lie. But the team will tell the truth. Am I right, team? Oh yeah, you'll tell the truth, especially if it's anonymous. So here's an example of a question that will be on the survey. So in the study, so it says, here's a sample question. The processes to manage the day-to-day operations of our practice are clearly defined. So it's kind of a yes-no question. So then you'll get the opportunity to respond either I strongly disagree with this, disagree, neither agree or disagree, agree or strongly agree. So you'll give it kind of a 1 to 5 rating in each of those areas. Now here's how that comes out on the other end. Now if we gave this question to everybody in the practice, how do you think the dentist would respond to this question? Right? Strongly agree. Am I right? Okay, so this is typically what happens. Here's the results, for example. Of course, all of the doctors say they strongly agree that they got it all clearly mapped out and communicated clearly. Team members, however, associates, team members might have a little different view of that. And so the whole purpose of the study is to see, part of it is how congruent perceptions are in the practice, as well as give you specific feedback. I mean, if you were the doctor and you saw this and you scored yourself a 5 and your team scored you a 1, well, there might be some work to do there. So it's all in an effort to give clear feedback and then establish specific areas for improvement in the culture. As Andy said this morning, when you look around, every practice kind of tries to market themselves the same way when you look at your competition. But this is one area where the rest of the practices in your town have no idea there is a competitive game going on. And so this is the most powerful tool that we've been able to find to measure it, to identify it, and then help you build the culture, a culture of success. And now when you participate in this study, you'll have kind of an industry-wide view of that and how you stack up to other practices. So here is the ask. If you have not yet signed up for the study, and many of you in this room have, on your chair, when you came in, there is a quarter-page sheet. And if we can raise the house lights for just a moment, it should have been on your chair. So if you have not yet signed up for this study, here is the ask right now. If you'll grab this sheet of paper and have one person from your office fill this out who has neat handwriting. Okay, so that's probably not the dentist. So, and all this does is this will enable you to participate in the industry-wide study. And when you participate in the study, this is a give a little something and get a lot back. So those who participate in the study will have access to the results of the study. So if you'd like to see how you stack up compared to everybody else, then we invite you to participate in the study. So you're welcome to fill this out. Practice name. We need a contact name. So that would be someone in the office that is available. When the Culture Builder team calls, they will come to the phone and help get everything set up. This requires a whole setup and to get all the team members in the system. Contact, email, and phone number. Okay, so if you would like to participate in the study, and if you haven't done so, sign up already. Would you fill this out right now? I'm going to give you a minute to fill this out, and then we're going to pass these to the aisle and collect them so they don't get lost with all the other stuff that you've got going on. So if you'll fill those out, I'll give you a minute to do that, and then I'll call for them in just a second. So one from each office if you have not already signed up for the study. So we're very excited about this, especially, and my thanks to the Culture Builder team. At my request, when we started working on this, they wrote the software to do the 360 evaluation, which is a qualified member requirement, and it makes it so much easier to do that now, easy to set up, it's all anonymous, the results are instantaneous, and has made that process 10 times easier than it's been in the past. So thank you for that. I'm going to introduce Vaughn Peterson to you. Vaughn, where are you? Will you stand up? Where is Vaughn? Vaughn is in the back of the room. Vaughn leads the Culture Builder team, and there's a whole team of software geniuses and HR professionals who have designed all of this exclusively for Crown Council practices. And Vaughn will be here with his team with questions. So thank you, Vaughn. Let's give them a big round of applause. Huge improvement. All right. If you have one of these, would you pass it to the aisle closest to you? Just go ahead and pass it to the aisle, and our team will come pick those up at the end of the aisle so we make sure we get everybody included. And I'm very excited to share the results of this when we get back together. So this will be the first of its kind, never before been done before in dentistry as far as measuring culture. So thanks for all your help with that, and I know that you'll get a tremendous amount of benefit from participating in that.